There's no doubt that planet Earth is awe-inspiring. That's even more true for the handful of humans who've seen it from space with their own eyes. Even with all its magnificence and majesty, Earth is also just kind of strange. Aside from the fact that it's the only planet known, so far, to support life, it has a bunch of inherent quirks, from geophysical weirdness to the landscapes adorning its surface to the organisms it supports. So in this video, we are going to tell you about 10 things you never knew about the Earth. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, so let's start. Number 10. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. How do we know this? In order to find out the age of the Earth, scientists look at rock and sediment and try to determine the age of that piece of sediment. It's not as easy as one may think, however. The processes of plate tectonics mean that the Earth is constantly recycling its rock, breaking it down into magma in the interior before pumping it back up to the surface once more. The oldest rock they've discovered comes from Australia and is the basis for scientists estimating Earth's age. 4.5 billion years old, that's a lot of birthday cake. Number 9. It has a supersized moon. Sunday evening marked the most recent rising of the supermoon, but regardless of how large Earth's moon appears in the sky on any given night, it's always among the solar system's most overgrown satellites. Relative to Earth, it's positively enormous, coming in at a quarter as wide as our home planet. The only celestial twosome that bests the Earth-Moon team in this regard is Pluto and its biggest moon, Charon, which really form more of a binary system, a pair of objects twirling around each other, rather than a typical planet-moon pair. And thank goodness the moon is so big and so close. If it were smaller or farther away, we would never see total solar eclipses. Number 8. The biggest mammal migration is airborne. Yep, you may have thought the 1.3 million wildebeest that hoofed their way between Kenya and Tanzania were tops, but you'd be wrong. Millions and millions of bats, giant fruit bats to be exact, fly between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Zambia's Kasanka National Park each year. With more than 10 million of these cat-size, mango-munching, echolocating chiropterans involved, it's the largest known mammal migration on Earth. Number 7. 1 year on Earth isn't 365 days. It's actually 365,2564 days. It's this extra 2564 days that creates the need for a leap year once every 4 years. That's why we tack on an extra day in February every 4 years, 2004, 2008, 2012, etc. The exceptions to this rule is if the year in question is divisible by 100, 1900, 2100, etc., unless it's divisible by 400, 1600, 2000, etc. Number 6. The planet's poles flip. We all know that north is, well, north, somewhere above Alaska, and south is down near the middle of Antarctica. That will always be true for the planet's geographic poles, but it's only intermittently true for the planet's magnetic poles. Over the past 20 million years, the magnetic poles have flip-flopped every several 100,000 years or so, which means that if you had a compass in hand about 800,000 years ago, it would tell you that the north was in Antarctica. Though scientists are pretty sure Earth's churning, molten iron core powers these polar acrobatics, it's not entirely clear what triggers the actual reversals. The process is gradual and occurs over millennia. For now, Earth's north magnetic pole is creeping northward by about 40 miles a year. And given that the last major pole reversal happened 780,000 years ago, we are overdue for a flip. Number 5. The world's longest mountain range is actually underwater. To find the world's longest mountain range, you'd have to look down, way down. The mid-ocean ridge is an immense volcanic mountain chain that encircles the planet beneath the sea. The chain is more than 30,000 miles, 48,000 kilometers, long and rises an average of 18,000 feet, 5.5 kilometers, above the seafloor. This is the spot where Earth's plates spread apart as new crust bubbles up, causing much of the Earth's volcanic eruptions. Number 4. It hosts a humongous fungus. When it comes to the biggest living things on Earth, it might be easy to think about blue whales, elephants, and trees. You may even recall that coral reefs are the largest conglomerates of critters. But the largest single organism reported is an Armillaria mushroom in Oregon. In 1992, one of these fungi was found in Michigan, covering 37 acres. But more recently, teams investigating a mysterious tree die-off found that the culprit was an even more monstrous fungus, covering at least 2,000 acres and estimated to be thousands of years old. Number 3. Did you know rocks can walk? In Racetrack Playa in Death Valley, rocks sometimes weighing tens or hundreds of pounds appear to walk. Scientists believe it's due to ice-encrusted rocks getting inundated by meltwater from the hills above the playa. According to NASA researchers, the meltwater causes the sand beneath to become a bit of a water slide, and when a nice breeze kicks up, the rock is rolling or sliding as the case may be. Number 2. Earth doesn't take 24 hours to rotate on its axis. It actually takes 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds for the Earth to rotate once completely on its axis, which astronomers refer to as a sidereal day. Now wait for a second. Doesn't that mean that a day is 4 minutes shorter than we think it is? You'd think that this time would add up, day by day, and within a few months, the day would be night, and night would be day. But remember that the Earth orbits around the Sun. Every day, the Sun moves compared to the background stars by about 1 degree, about the size of the Moon in the sky. And so, if you add up that little motion from the Sun that we see because the Earth is orbiting around it, as well as the rotation on its axis, you get a total of 24 hours. Number 1. The Earth recycles itself. Did you know that Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has plate tectonics? The outer crust of the Earth has multiple regions called tectonic plates. Beneath that is a magma interior which causes the plates to move, occasionally crashing into one another. As they collide and pull apart, magma bubbles up and creates fresh crust to form. This important process creates earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, mountain formation, and ocean trenches, but also is part of the carbon cycle, in which microscopic organisms and plants die, fall to the bottom of the ocean where they are absorbed, and over long periods of time, the remnants of this life, rich in carbon, are carried back into the interior of the Earth and recycled. This pulls carbon out of the atmosphere, which makes sure we don't suffer a runaway greenhouse effect, which is what happened on Venus. Without the action of plate tectonics, there would be no way to recycle this carbon, and the Earth would become overheated. This is all for today. I hope you liked the video. Tell us what thing amazed you most in the comment section. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay safe, and we will be back with another video.